The biggest loss I took in prison while hustling in my 16 years, 11 months of incarceration. Let's get into it. Hustling in prison, hands down, is a risk either way. It's a gamble. Most of the times, if you're doing something outside of what is offered through pay in the form of a prison job, it is deemed illegal in the environment. Therefore, you're taking a risk. You can get an infraction or an institutional charge, which will cause you to lose potentially additional good time, i.e., freedom. Still, in prison, you got to survive. And in my 16 years, 11 months, being locked up at 19 years and not coming home till I was 36, I had multiple hustles, multiple prison jobs, etc. in there. Two of the most lucrative, the first one being I ran a parlay. And it did well. It wasn't anything too exclusive. I'm not going to sit here and tell the story like we were paying out thousands and thousands, though we did get hit one time. And one thing I will say about the parlay that we ran was when somebody did win, we made sure they got paid in good commissary items, which made other people want to play. It was all in all a good hustle. Sports gambling, betting, etc. is definitely a thing on the inside, and it's one of the ways that people really pass time in men's prisons, to be honest. But something else that was more lucrative for me in terms of hustles was the store box. Store box was something that was probably one of the biggest gambles to take while in prison, because you're literally loaning out commissary items. You're giving people money in hopes that they pay you back. And many of these individuals are, well, I'm not trying to judge anybody, but robbers, thieves, crooks, people that unalive people and more, people that are out to get you, people that will wake up on a Wednesday and don't care what they owe you on a Thursday. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have to have a certain level of respect, or I don't know, the ability to enforce in that environment in order to actually have a successful store box. My store box was pretty successful because I wasn't out to overtax anyone, and I was in good communication, as most store box men are, with the other store box men in the pods, and we had an understanding on who our clientele was within the pod, etc. I treated everybody fairly, but there was this one individual that I allowed to basically go into debt of about $80. And $80 inside a penitentiary to me is like 800 or more. I don't know what it is, but it's a lot of money. And I don't think for one second this individual meant to not pay me the money that he owed me. And I allowed him to basically owe me that much because he was gambling one Sunday. And I just said, yo, you've been good money. You paid your debts every single, whatever. Usually I set a bar at $40 per man, and that kept me safe. Well, what happened was, the moment he was on his way with the commissary bag to pay me what he owed me, a big commissary bag, $80 worth, he got into it with somebody else that he owed and wasn't paying. They jumped them, they got into it, I didn't get my money, and that was the biggest loss that I took. Moral of the story, don't do any of that stuff. Stay free. Prison's whack.